Good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Anastasia Herodes here, clinical psychologist, coming to you today with another daily reflection. Now, this video is for those of you who are in addiction recovery and find value in daily reflections. If you are in addiction recovery or considering entering the process of addiction recovery, I highly encourage you to think about and engage with daily reflections. These can be brief moments that you can pause, stop, take a breath, reflect on where you're at, and reflect on where you're going. Daily reflections can be great because they're centered around themes that can give us something to think about and focus on for the day. So in the past, I've read you some daily reflections from some of the reflection books, but today I'm going to read you out a passage that I actually wrote. And the theme of this is self-acceptance. Now, if you look back to one of the previous videos, we talked about acceptance as a concept. The theme of this one is self-acceptance. So looking at how we can apply the concept of acceptance to our own experiences. So the passage is this. Self-acceptance means being honest about who you are today, not who you think you should be. It's noticing your habits, thoughts, and emotions without turning them into evidence that something is wrong with you. In recovery, this matters because shame keeps us stuck. When we can see ourselves clearly, but kindly, we make space for real change. You don't have to like every part of yourself to accept it. You just have to stop fighting what's already there. Today, try this. When you catch yourself in self-criticism, pause and name one thing that you're doing right. Even small progress counts. Self-acceptance grows each time you choose truth over judgment. Now, I really wanted to focus on self-acceptance as a theme for one of the daily reflections because it is absolutely one of the conversations I hear myself having a lot with many of the clients I work with who are in the process of addiction recovery. Many times there might be parts of people's internal experience, parts of someone's personality, parts of their past that they may not like. They may wish it was different. And so they enter into this internal tug of war, wishing things were different, wishing they were different, wishing they hadn't done some of the actions that they may have done in the past, wishing that they didn't need to be in addiction recovery, all these kind of wishes and wants, which are and can be absolutely valid, but not always reflective of what reality currently is. Often when people are in a state of not accepting themselves, they're actually in a state of internal judgment and self-criticism, and sometimes even shame. And we know the research tells us that when people are excessively harsh on themselves, when they experience excessive shame, when they experience excessive guilt, this is absolutely a risk for lapses and relapses. Being hard on ourselves doesn't motivate us into this kind of magical recovery. If anything, it's actually a huge risk for people to enter into a really kind of awful internal state. It feels really awful when we're really hard on ourselves. And this really unpleasant experience is basically the platform sometimes for many people to then have a lapse or a relapse. Sometimes that internal judgment can tell us that we don't deserve recovery, that we're not worthy of recovery, or that recovery is not possible for us. If you're someone who's prone to thinking in this way, today I encourage you to just notice when those self-critical and self-judgmental thoughts come up. And when they do, see if you can give yourself instead a little bit of compassion. Self-acceptance goes hand in hand with self-compassion. The idea of being kind and loving to ourselves, and the idea that all humans are flawed, we all make mistakes, we all do things we're not proud of. We all have parts of ourselves that perhaps we wish we were different. This is part of the human experience. And so when this self-judgment comes up, see if you can try and turn and shift your attention towards self-acceptance and self-compassion rather than self-judgment. If you have any thoughts about today's daily reflection, feel free to share them in the comments below. I really look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have a great day ahead and all the best in your recovery.